Hello everyone, Normal Player Guy, and this video today, this will be the beginning of a new series for new players or newish kind of players. So I'm getting a lot of vibes and a lot of questions, and the general feel for a lot of new players is, what the hell do you do in this game? It's so flashy, so jaw-dropping with all these great units. Yet, what do you do and how do you use these units? How do you get stones? And well, generally, how does a new player play the game? How do they get about? So I'm going to start from the very fresh, and then as the series goes on, we'll be able to catch up to everyone who is on a different level. So this will start from the very beginning. So the worldwide download celebrations all come and gone, and I hope everyone's got all the new LRs, right? So when you first start the game, you're presented with a little mission where you've got a new Piccolo and a new Goku, and you're up against the Raditz, right? It's scripted, don't worry about it, you win it, teaches you about type advantage, etc. But when you get through to this, you're presented with something called the Greatest Warrior board. There's four boards, and you have to do these before the rest of the game is unlocked. Now, this is a bit different because prior to that, everything was unlocked, but you always just start off with quest. This is a bit different, and it's a little easier as it actually gives you a free LR very quickly, and that is good for new players for a key reason which we'll touch into in a moment. So the first board is to complete the tutorial. Just by doing that, what I said, where you get that Goku and the Vegeta to teach you about type advantage and the little intro, you'll get all this. Couple of Kais, money, trading items, awakening medals, training locations, the lot. So this one is build a team with 6 characters and clear a stage. You will get units like N's and R's and SR's. You'll have that, right? So don't worry, that'll be done quite easy. This is on growth. Now, I recommend you do this every single day because the chances of getting a link level up is quite high compared to some of the others. So you do this every day anyway. Then doing this one just once, you get those Gregories, which are really valuable because they're in every single one. You get some Kais, which are useful. These are the other Kais. You get loads of medals, right? Train a character and you get 10 box space. That's pretty good. Z awaken a character, which means get a character to level 8. Yeah, get a character to level 80, right? Just basically get them to UR. Or you could take an R to an SR and you get a Kai. Change the location and you get stones and another location. So when you're on the training screen, just choose any other location. Sell a Hercule statue. You'll want to do that all the time. The limit is 1 under 2 billion. So that's 1,999,999,999, right? 2 billion basically. 5 dozing Kais. These dozing Kais are a 30% chance to level up a super attack versus the Elder Kais, which is a guaranteed level up. So level up a super attack through training, basically by using these Kais, any either Kai, you get more stones, gems, which we'll touch on in a later one, and more money. You immediately sell all these statues that you get. This is all fairly easy. Now, the first thing you'll end up doing is when it says clear stage 4 and complete all missions on board 1. So the first thing that's available to you is a story. It's still a quest, but it's a specific story called the Saiyan Warrior Race. There is, how many stages? Is it 10 stages? No, 12 stages. Each one you have to go through one by one. What it's saying is by stage 4, complete this one. So stage 4, and then here we go. And you get 2 stones just by clearing that. So, and then of course you get a nice whopping 10 stones from here. So how many stones do you get just by logging in and doing what, 3 events? 10, 12, 14, 16. You get 16 stones, a bunch of Kais, orbs, awakening medals, right? We go on to stage 2. We go on to board 2. So at this point, you'll be doing all of this. This is the only thing realistically that's available to you. So you go through all of these, and you on this one, stage 6, this Goku drops as a UR already, right? This guy drops at level 120 already. And when you complete a certain mission associated with this, you even get the medals needed to take him to an LR as well. it's also worth noticing just to farm up some extra Kais on, no, not extra Kai, some extra items on stage 5 when you're up against Supreme Kai. If you come across Goz and Mez, the red and blue Hell duo, right? Take them out to farm some Princess Snakes, I believe. But yes, farm stage 6. You'll need to do it a bunch of times to get to SA20, but it's worth doing. You get medals for various others. Nappa and this Vegeta and the Gohan from stage 1 are all relevant to level up others. And of course, all these medals, look at all these awakening medals. So we go to this one. So board 2, use Zenny at the Baba shop. You could use Zenny, and it's the second tab, and you can buy the sensu beans, and it's like 25,000. Send a friend request. You will have already have done this. So don't forget, if you already do this, it will automatically just be highlighted as complete when you hit this board. Friend points and Baba points. Don't worry too much about that just yet. Before the friend summon, that just gets you new characters for now, new training characters. So friend summons how you train units. Exchange incredible gems. Go back to the first board where you had 300 just for leveling up a super attack. You can get this. So with these gems, just buy like an hourglass or perhaps another medal. Purchase good with trade points. Right, so you get 5,000 here, so and you get another 5,000. So all you need to do is buy an awakening medal. So a little bit of grinding is needed because now you need to hit rank 30, but don't worry too much because everything you do will level you up 2 or 3 times at a time. You get Android 8, which is an awesome unit, a Ghost Usher, a fantastic unit, and a Whis, a fantastic unit, a fantastic support unit, right? A brilliant item. Growth events. So if you do the first one, the this one here once a day alongside doing say like a Hercule event. If you do the Hercule event to get money along with perhaps training at Corin's Tower, you'll clear that no problem. So clear it 2 and 3 times. Clear stage 6. This is where you get the Goku. If you clear this, he drops as a TUR. You ought to get 2 stones. I recommend doing it again and again and again until you get another 10 because you get to an LR and you get given the means to take him to SA10, but you want to keep farming him until you get to 9 more copies just to take him to SA20, right? Just to get that LR and clear stage 9. That's for more medals associated with getting him to LR. Again, 6 and 9 are what you'll need to do. We check out 6 and 9. 9 is, yeah, these are the medals needed to take him to LR. So again, you'll get them. In fact, here we go, missions. Yeah, here we go. So you get one with the medals to take him to TUR. Then you'll have the TUR. It drops. You'll have the medals then to take him to LR. You farm the stage 6 to get back to that, right? Bit of grinding, but you'll level up no time. From this, you'll get 5 more stones and cards of each type. Go ahead and use them. So that's 5, 7, 9, 11. So that's 11 stones. And what did we get in the last one? 15. So we're already on to 26. Board 3 gets a little bit trickier, a little bit longer. So you need to consume at least 200 stamina. You should already have acquired this prior. So 30 training items. Don't forget that this is worth 5 training items. And let's see what board 1 was going to get you. Board 1 gives you 10 here, so that's 20 training items. Oh, there you go. So you would have already have acquired this straight off the bat. So for board 3, you've already got this. So you just get more training items. 30 awakening medals. You'll get that just by going onto this, just by clearing the missions. So you get more awakening medals. Z awaken 5 characters, any SRR, SSR, doesn't matter. Just awaken them if you can. The NZRs and SRs are cheaper. You get story keys. We'll touch on that to a different video. Clear stage 2 of an epic showdown. Now, this is where it's a little different. So an epic showdown is this, available on Quest, specifically designed for free-to-play players to get a Super Saiyan Goku onto the team. So it's an actual SSR. It's also worth of note, probably the only unit that actually changes typing on a Dokkan Awaken, specifically Z Awaken. So you get this guy, which is an R Goku. He's worthless. Specifically, it is this guy. He is worthless. But you get this guy. Now, farm him up to SA10 and collect four more, but don't get them. Just get four more and just level them up, but don't get their super attack. So a little bit of grinding, but you get it from stage one. So you'll get the drop rates. You'll get it from here. You can even use your boosts, but since this is a beginner friendly one, this guy drops quite a lot. Now on it's unknown quite what you get, but I believe now that it's been revamped, I think you should now start to see this guy drop instead. Basically, the game will tell you to level up and awaken to this guy, who actually changes typing. Weirdly, isn't it? And this guy's also rubbish. Don't worry about it. But so you need to get the tech one to SA10, farm him up. You will then need to get four more copies and awaken every single one of them. You need to awaken all five copies. Then it'll probably tell you to awaken it to get this guy, a Super Saiyan. Don't use him as a leader. So you'll have him at SA10 if you've done the grind, and then you'll have four more, right? That you'd have done the grind and you've got the medals and you've got him. So then you get him to level 80 and then you put him into the potential system. So you've rainbowed your first unit for free. So, Epic Showdown. You clear all those stages. You will spend a good while. There you go. Resolve. So, Awaken Overflowing Resolve. That's the tech one. Clear Countless Awakening. So, this is on growth. You will have done this. Training at Current Tower. You already would have done this. And clear stage 12. You already would have done this. And then you get more. So, we're at 26. So, that's 36. That's 38. That's 40. That's 43 stones. These four you will get, but you'll spend a fair bit of time grinding away at this guy to get this guy, right? We'll take these off now. So this is a free-to-play one. It's worth of note, eventually you'll have time to awaken him into Super Saiyan 2, and then said unit will go into Super Saiyan 3. I know it's quite impressive. This guy just snuck in every time there was a new Dokkan event. They snuck him into Super Saiyan 2, then Super Saiyan 3. But for now, you'll just be keeping him at Super Saiyan 1. So at some point, you'll hit now board 4, and it will probably tell you to summon on a specific banner. This specific banner is this, called a summon sprint. You have to do it. It's 5 stones for a guaranteed SSR. It's one of 3. Each one of 3 is farmable from the barber shop or from various events. These are them. Currently, this Gohan and Piccolo have no awakenings and no plans. This Goku, on the other hand, has an awakening, an easy A, and is actually really good. Actually, he actually has guard and reduces damage and all that kind of stuff. It's actually really good what he ends up doing. So you'll have 2 Super Saiyans. You cannot use them alongside the tech one, mind you, but you could quite easily pull this guy, which you'll probably want, so you can activate Super Saiyan Link's Golden Warrior. So you'll probably pull any one of them 3. Once you've done that, you'll never see the banner for this light of day again. That's gone. So yeah, so we now enter board 3. Yes, so we got 300 stamina. You should already have done this. You clear stage 5 of area 1 on a Z Hard quest. So you will be doing quest at this point. So quest, I'll touch on quest. So once you've done the Epic Showdown, it will now want you to start doing quest, and you'll actually get 9 of this guy needed. So you put all into the SA, and that's how you get your free LR to level 10. So quest mode, it's telling you to do stage 5 area 1. So what we're looking at, area 1, do the 5th mission on Z Hard, which you probably should be able to do with no worries. But at this point, don't worry about your SRs and your Rs and your N characters. A guest should quite easily clean this up, no worries. So by this point then, you'll be going through all of these. Each one has 3, and each one 3 difficulty. So you got normal, normal, hard, and Z hard. And when it gets to around here, it goes hard, Z hard, super. But each one gives you 3 stones, There's something like 400 summit stones altogether. It's absolutely crazy. I can't remember specifically how many you get, but yeah, it's altogether it's something like 400 stones. You should be able to do the first 15. So that's 15. Each one has what, between 8 and 10 stages, and each stage has 3 stones. So you can imagine how many stones you're going to get. Right. So you're now working on quest. You've done epic showdown, and you've got 9 of this guy. This guy. Where can I? Here we go. So you get you farm up, and you've done all that's needed to farm up. You get some from missions, and you get some just for completing this stage, and you've grinded up to get into SA10, right? You've done it the free to play way. Then you do this mission for completing, and by then he should be at LR. You've got him ready to go at LR. You just need some medals, which are easily farmable, right? Easily done. You then do this quest stage, and boom, 9 of the TUR drop. So you just go back into that story event, do stage 12, get the medals, awaken into LR. You put the two together, you've got a rainbow SA20 LR. Makes sense? So that's handy. So again, they give you a little bit of grind work on your behalf, but they give you a fully rainbowed, fully maxed out free to play LR. We'll touch on why that is good in a moment. So Dragon Balls. So this is a little bit of a drag. So when you go through the quest, you will notice Dragon Balls on the map. They should appear on any difficulty at your point in time. You can do this 3 times, and you well, actually, to be fair, technically you can do it quite a lot of times actually, because each time you summon, there's more than one thing to choose, so you can pick them all off. So you should be able to collect the Dragon Balls quite a lot of times actually. So you collect the Dragon Balls, you'll see them on the map. You will have to strategically use the numbers on the map to make sure you land on them, right? That you might have to repeat a stage if you get unlucky with the dice roll, but you should use it to go for like Kais or something. You get these statues, they're worth 1.5 million. 5 million, beg your pardon, they're worth 5 million. And you'll need that because easy A's are expensive. You get 7 of them, and funny enough, that's how much an easy A costs once you sell all 7. Collect a wish, you get 7 stones. So here we go. The Flying Nimbus Goku. The Flying Nimbus Goku is. Who is he specifically? Is he that TUR? Yeah, okay, it is. Yeah, it's this guy. So the Flying Nimbus Goku is the TUR, right? Which you already would have done because this guy drops 9 of them. So again, you'll tick this off. Love the ads. You tick that off, and then we're looking at use a support item and a support memory. Support item is any of these that we get dropped. The support memory, right? Go back to the first board, and no, not the first board. It's go back to this. Go back to this on the new revamped story mode for the Saiyan Warrior. Now, completing this will get you Pure Saiyans, Namekians, Low Class Warrior, Planetary Destruction, Otherworld Warriors, right? It's got to be on your team, so this could take you a little bit of time to do, but Pure Saiyans should be fairly easy. If you Pure Saiyans and Namekian, so fingers crossed you've got a Namekian on your team. Low Class Warriors are Goku. Planetary Destruction, it depends on who you get from a summon. Otherworld Warriors would be that Goku, the Tekken that would transforms to that AGL SR. That would be one for there. Speedy Retribution, I'm not entirely sure who has that. Z Fighters, said Goku. Uh, more possessing Z Fighters. Again, that Goku. Full Power is the LR. Exploding Rage has that LR in there, right? So you check out this guy. He's on Low Class Warrior, Pure Saiyans Full Power, right? You need him on this. So that's where this guy comes in. This is a support memory, so you need that one. So that's how you trigger that. So where are we now? We go up one to board 4. Here we go. So the support memory should already be done. Could take you a little bit of while. It depends on how many stones you have to summon. Dokkan Awaken the legendary Super Saiyan Goku. Um, that one is here. It's talking specifically this tech one, but you should already have done this. We have already talked about you farm him up, you do it 4 times, 5 times just to get him all the way to this to level 100, the UR, and you've got a fully rainbowed Super Saiyan Goku, right? You already would have that ticked off. Then you do a Dokkan event. You could run it, so by this point, Dokkan events would be open to you then, right? So by this point, and you should also have hit rank 50 by now. So by this point, go down to the very bottom against Broly as one of the first Dokkan event to come out, and just do the first stage, which costs 5 stamina, and anyone can knock him out. Dead easy. Take the outside path so you don't get bombed. Dead easy, and you get 2 stones and some Age meat. You'll have this, and then this. So you get 4 of this guy as if you needed it, and I think this is actually enough orbs to rainbow him. Board 5. This is the final board. You'll consume 500 stamina. Now, if you've been doing the quests, you should have that ticked off, no problem. You should be able to do that, not a problem. Complete any Dragon Ball story event 20 times. That should already be done. When we're talking story event, we're talking this one. You would have done stage 6, you'd have done stage 9, you'd have done stage 12. You would have done it all just to farm and level up. So you already have this guy. 50 links. Now that's 50 link levels. That's so again, you already will have this. Believe me. By the time you've done this 20 times, 50 links should have been done. So if you when you're going to that's this guy, that's the TUR for this guy. No, this guy, it's the TUR for this guy. Since you're going for the free to play grind and you get plenty, you already will have this ticked off. You have this ticked off because you got all the orbs necessary to do it. Right, so this is on growth. Super easy. Anyone can take him down. Equip a skill orb from the hidden potential system. That unlocks when you hit level 50. So there we go. Clear stage 1 of Pan's Secret Adventure. You will probably get about 20 level ups by clearing even the minimum stage. I think it's 30 stamina, then 60, then 80. Obviously, you'd only be able to do the 30, possibly the 60 at this point. This is where it could get a little bit tricky with any easy A. Now, you just have to do any, and some of the earlier ones at the very bottom, there's some that are actually open permanently. Now, any of them at the bottom, a good guest, should just be able to one-shot the guy. So you should be okay in this. And then that's it. So this one can be a bit of a drag. Don't forget on this one, you're already going through the quest. This one, you've done Epic Showdown. You've already rainbowed a unit. You've already rainbowed this guy. And now here, you're just doing something a bit more. When you've done this, you get 77 medals, which is enough to get the second copy to LR. You get more medals, more Kais of every. So you get, funny enough, 10 physical Kais. You get them refunded too. So if you do this the board and you don't do the free to play grind way, you will end up using these 10 Kais to get into SA20. Otherwise, if you do it the free to play way, this is saved in your box for some other unit. What if you pulled that new metal cooler? More awakening items, etc., etc. So, in a brief breakdown, this has been a little bit of a ramble. So, the first board, you basically just do a training location, unlock a character, and basically just log into the game, right? Simple enough. The second one, friend shop, barbershop, points, do any event a couple of times, and complete certain stages. By this point, you're farming the SSR and TUR, right? This one, you're doing the epic showdown and you're awakening and doing the grind to awaken to rainbow this. On board 4, you're doing the quest and you're doing enough to you're leveling up and you're doing docking events and you're basically just doing quests, getting the Dragon Balls and just leveling up, right? Board 5, you should then have done nearly all of this. This you should have done. This you've done the grind. This you've done the grind. This is on a daily growth. This is on a weekly growth. This could be the only difficult one, right? So that's what is going to have happened for the new players. Now, once you complete this, then every other aspect of the game will be unlocked, say for Battlefield at level 150. But don't worry about that. So you should just be focusing on this story event, and you should just focus on the new LR. You should work on the Epic Showdown and get a free to play unit. This is the free to play LR, and that's the free to play unit. And then you should just be working on quest. Just go through the quest, get the stones, and then you just summon. Occasionally, just as a caveat, you will get godstones. So some of you may have acquired godstones from being in certain celebrations. These are free to play old units now. Every single one of these has easy A's, right? Every single one of these can have use to a free to play player. Absolutely, all of these are good for you. The one I recommend you pulling is STR Gogeta. There he is. So this guy, his leader skill when you grab this guy is all types, key three, attack three, 2,500. That's it. He doesn't even have a category, not until you easy A him. Now that makes the new guy, the physical LR, right? Let me just pull him up. That makes him even more better because every single aspect that I've taught you through, all the epic showdown, all the quests, all the new threat of the same warrior, right? Every single one of them, they're designed not around. This is like 7 years old now. So they're not designed with categories in mind. So even anyone running Gogeta, should you have him, should absolutely annihilate this. When this came out, originally, categories weren't a thing. The fact that you have this, even though at 59%, this makes your team indestructible when you're going through quest, when you're going through the epic comeback. It doesn't matter. You're indestructible. This all types lead is too powerful for the game at the very beginning. They never existed. Gogeta, he just has an all. He just gives key and attack. Yeah, all types, two key, 2.5. It was based around this. So having this guy, you don't have a problem. So yes, so the end of video one, it's a bit of a lengthy video, but it's an in-depth review, and it's specifically to teach new players at this point in time how to play the game. Remember, you double down on this, you double down on this, and you double down on quest. Do the grind, keep the free Kais, keep all the copies, and you'll have stones. So the next video will be a bit more advanced as to how you play the game afterwards, after you completed the basic intro. So until then, I hope this video was useful. I know it's a bit of a longer video, but I hope that this can help a lot of players who've just started, specifically how to do this and how and why and when to do it. So until the next time, bye bye.